Yeah, I don't know why do I feel like this. Like lately, I haven't want nobody's attention. I just want to be, to myself. And lately, I realized when I'm around other people or around someone, I be fiending to be alone. Like I be like, yo, in my head, I be like, when is this person gonna leave? Is this person gonna leave in the next hour, 2 hours? Like I want them to leave now because it's like I want my space. But then when I have my space, I'm like, wait, I kind of fucked with that person's vibe. But then when that person come back, I'm like, damn, I need my space. I just honestly don't know why I'm like this.
People who are alone and don't have many friends around them and don't date or don't go out, they're not looking for just anyone. These people are looking for quality relationships and quality friendships. And if they're not getting that, then they're not going to settle for anything less.
Welcome to Let's Glow with Nini. I'm Nini. Let's get straight into this video.
I'm a loner. Of course, I don't give a damn if you invite me or not, because I wasn't coming anyway. I'm a loner. No, I don't want no company. I'm a loner. I don't care that y'all not going on a trip. I'm still going. I'm a loner. My phone be dry as hell. I'm a loner. I'm okay going out to eat by myself. I'm a loner. Of course, I want to know who all over there before I come. I'm a loner. Of course, I don't throw around the word friend too easily. I'm a loner. I don't want nobody fucking with me, because I ain't fucking with nobody. Loner. I don't give a damn about nobody else's business, especially if it ain't putting no money in my pocket or taking none out. I do not care. I'm a loner. I don't care about being included. I'm a loner. I like my own company. I'm a loner. So a great night to me is being in the house, watching movies with some good ass snacks and food, some fuzzy socks, a throw blanket, and my remote. I don't give a damn, because bitch, I wasn't coming. I'm a loner. Fuck all y'all.
Bro, it's so crazy because I feel like people really don't get loners. Like, I am a loner, bro. Like, I love being alone. I do everything alone. I go to the gym alone. I might go axe throwing alone, go to the movies alone, go out to eat alone. I have to be alone, bro, to function properly. Like, majority of my time, this is why I probably won't be ever be in a relationship for real, because I need my time alone. Like, I don't hang out with people. I don't talk to people. My phone is always dry and I love it. I love being alone, dude. Like, I love being alone. Being with my thoughts, being able to just, hey, look, man. I guess only loners will understand, bro.
If you usually sit by yourself on breaks or lunches and like somebody comes up to you and is like, oh, you're just sitting over here by yourself kind of thing. And you're like, yeah, because they're stating the obvious. But at the same time, you're like, I'm literally doing this because I'm trying to actually take a break and not have to mask and use more energy while I'm on my break. So that's why I'm by myself doom scrolling or doing whatever else. But I just think it's funny how a lot of people just assume that if you're by yourself, it's not out of choice. It's 100% out of choice.
Loners tend to be targets for projection. And that's simply because we don't operate the same as, people who seek external validation. We withdraw from people because we like to be withdrawn from people. Loners are actually the people that set the standard for a lot of shit, because we do tend to be very intelligent people, very talented, gifted people, very aware people. And we simply withdraw from people to nurture those things, to protect those things about ourselves, because we have a strong sense of internal validation. And people who seek external validation, who seek attention, who don't get the attention that they would like to get from the loners, will often project their insecurity, their jealousy, and envy onto us and accuse us of doing those things, because we naturally distance ourselves from people because that's what the fuck we like to do. They think every motherfucking thing is about them and somebody doing something to them and somebody trying to hurt them, because they can't fathom the idea of loners not needing other people's attention. And most loners are actually very successful people because we lead by example. We don't like talking, we just walk. And people who love to brag, people who love external validation and attention, they just can't fathom how is it that we are executing on these things without attention.
I'm a loner. I've always been a loner. Not that I don't have friends. I have friends and I have family, but I am a loner in the sense that I love doing everything by myself. I am my own best friend first. I have mastered being alone. I care about me so deep. I spend so much time with me, internally especially, and it helps me be the person that I am today. It makes me want to have so much more out of life. I'm not codependent on people. I've never been codependent on people, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm comfortable with who I am internally and externally. I don't have to depend on anybody to do anything specific with me or do anything for me that I can't do for myself. When you stop being codependent on people, or you're comfortable with who you are and just being by yourself, when you're not worried about other people's thoughts and opinions about you, when you are not looking for validation and all of that from other people, you start living so good. And then when you come around other people, you radiate nothing but positivity and love. If you are codependent on people, try to step back a little bit and focus on you, because life is amazing when you can just be in your own space and not feel alone.
Listen, y'all, the moment I replaced what doesn't kill me make me stronger to what doesn't kill me make me wiser, it just changed my whole perspective on life. Like, I feel like I can finally be a feminine woman, because sometimes I don't want to be strong. Sometimes being strong is too much. It's too strong. Like, it's just overbearing. Sometimes I want to be vulnerable. Sometimes I want to be, sometimes I don't want to say I want to be weak, but sometimes I just want to be vulnerable. Sometimes I just want to be free, because being strong takes too much fucking energy. But when you study yourself, like when you study who you are, you're going to realize a lot of things. But one thing going to stand out. The people that surround you are just around you for the fucking ride.
I am a certified loner, and I say that so confidently, and I'm okay with being a certified loner at the same time. You see, the people I had in my circle and the people that you probably have in your circle are not really there for your well-being. And that feeling that you're longing for, that relationship that you're longing for, is not gonna be the ones that you find on the outside of you. It's all within you. So in order to feel fulfilled in relationships and friendships and whatever it is, you have to get comfortable with your solitude. You have to get comfortable with taking yourself out. And then you won't need people as much. So when you hang out with people, you're confident in yourself enough to know even if these people weren't here, you're okay.
Oh, you can best believe that motherfuckers are going to think that you are a problem or that you have a problem when you consciously make the choice to remove yourself and your energy away from the people, places, and things that don't elevate you, that don't pour into your mental, physical, spiritual well-being, that don't uplift you. They gonna think you crazy. They gonna target you. And they gonna try to take on your problems as their own, as if they don't have their own motherfucking problems to solve. Because for some reason, only having people around to make them feel better about themselves, only having people around to supply them so that they don't need to focus on their problems is a priority for them. And when you take your energy away from their ass and you put it into yourself, please expect to be a problem. You are not going to walk away from motherfuckers who benefit from you unscathed without them motherfuckers thinking that you have a problem, because they cannot use you anymore, because they cannot control you anymore.
Popular loners are chosen ones, because when you start to think and move at a high vibrational frequency, you castigate everything that's low vibrational, which puts you in alignment to being by yourself. And the primary reason why popular loners are always by themselves is because we came to the conclusion that the vast majority of people on the planet are compromised mentally, spiritually, and vibrationally. See, when you're chosen, everything in your life is predicated upon peace. So we don't have the time to be putting ourselves around people who's going to extract our energy, asking us for money, asking us for advice that they don't want to take, asking us for favors, because it's going to put our energy at a low vibrational state. And this is why popular loners and chosen ones, we take ourselves on dates. We go to the movies by ourselves. We go out to eat by ourselves. We go on walks by ourselves. The reason we have the mental and spiritual fortitude to do so is because we're at peace with ourselves. And when you look at everything holistically and full spectrum, you will come to the conclusion that most people are spiritually broken and mentally fractured, meaning that they're operating from a place of chaos. And if you want to maintain your peace and cultivate that energy of balancement to where you have order, You cannot put yourself around people who is out of order.
You're uncomfortable being by yourself, that irritates people. Let's talk about popular loners and loners, whatever the case may be. If you're seeing this, you probably resonate with it in some way. What I've noticed is that when people enjoy their own company and they enjoy being alone, a lot of the times they are labeled as weird, sneaky, or they think they're better than people. When in reality, the people that can sit alone in their own energy are some of the most confident people, and they truly love themselves and they understand the meaning of boundaries. When you know you don't need a whole bunch of people around you to validate your existence, those things don't even matter. And popular loner, a lot of times people get mad at that term when literally it just means that you are known by a lot of people. A lot of people tend to know about you or act like they know you, and you tend to be alone. So people can't really pinpoint you with a whole bunch of people or be like, oh, this person's always with that person, because you're 9 out of 10 always by yourself. Or you have a very small select group of people or friends that you trust. Now, that's not to say that you're closed off to people in general, but you are more conscious of the people that you tend to surround yourself by based off of previous events that have occurred. What I have noticed about the people who tend to have a whole bunch of groups of friends and things like that be the most insecure people. The people who don't know how to sit alone, they don't know how to sit by themselves, they don't know how to be in their own energy. It's because they constantly need people, places, and things to distract them from really dealing with their inner thoughts and the things that need to be healed. Now, this is not to say that people who have a lot of friends are all like that. This is just my observation from what I have seen. I say this to say people who enjoy being alone, or people who don't need a group of friends or a group of people or whatever the case may be, are often misunderstood, but that's okay because they're not meant to be understood by everybody. To be liked by everybody is to be an enemy to yourself because you're not being authentic to yourself. Like I always say, when you mind your business, people like to mind your business. People really have to understand how amazing it is to truly love yourself, truly love your own energy, and be comfortable in that. That whole lose one, bounce back with two energy, I never understood it. Just like there are some people that set trends and some people that follow them. It's not that people who like being alone are weird or whatever the case may be, or have something to hide. It's just that they value their peace. And they understand whatever people think about you is not yours to hold. That is their thought. That is their assumption. It's not for you to run around and try to clear it up. This is why they're okay with being alone. In the other video, I don't know if I'm going to post it before this one, but I basically said something where it's like, you don't worry about being the favored when you are the favorite to yourself.
Has anybody else, due to their past life, become a severe loner? Y'all, I'll never forget. I remember the exact point in time when I decided to, it's not good. Don't do what I do, but I want to explain. So I'll never forget. I had just graduated high school. And I had my little hoopty. I was driving, and I got in the car. I said, it's a pretty day outside. I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to do something. I was reaching out to people. By this time, people had left for college and stuff. Reaching out to people, hitting them up on social media, trying to hang out. And I went driving around the neighborhood. And then I remember I got so sad. So sad. Like, I literally started crying when I got home and just laid down. Nobody knew what was wrong with me. I knew what was wrong with me. I was like, dang. I got to get used to being by myself. So over time, I've just been by myself. And it's so bad. I've conditioned myself to be by myself so long to the point where I don't want to leave. For what? Hang out for what? When people would invite me to stuff, I wouldn't want to go. I would literally dread just leaving my bed. And even now, I'm starting to get better, but I'll never forget that day. And ever since then, I've just been a severe loner. Is it the right way to live? No. But it's my truth.
If you have a history of being a loner, if you have a history of not being able to get along with a group, family, friends, classmates, everywhere you go, no matter where you're at, you just always seem to be the odd one out, the black sheep. And you're trying to figure out, why can't I fit in with these people? Why is it so hard for me to find my place in the world? Why do I feel like I'm always on the outside looking in? Well, I feel like that's probably because you're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to be the one who's in the front. You're supposed to be the trailblazer, right? You're supposed to be the one who's going outside of the group, finding your own, and creating your own and facilitating your own community. You're not supposed to be the follower. you are supposed to be the one who is bringing everyone together, right? You might be someone who needs to travel all across the world to find all these different, eclectic, unique people and bringing them together, right? That puts you in the power position. Instead of trying to go to your local community and putting yourself in this tiny little box, this tiny little cage, try to frame it as if, you know what, this is a good thing. I'm being kicked out of this particular group because it's God trying to tell me you need to go out into the world, jump off the porch, and find a tribe of your own, right? Jesus Christ had 12 disciples. So, hope this helps. Go find your people. Go be the leader that you are supposed to be. I love you. Peace.
I feel like the only way to understand a loner is to actually be a loner. You know, the one that's like occasionally here and there, never too much, primarily gonna always be alone. You know, the one that set boundaries, in particular on the who, where, and what, and when. That more than likely get judged by the people that can't even stand alone, let alone have the courage to be alone. Because the thing about a loner is, a loner wasn't always necessarily alone. A loner probably had more people than you can even imagine. Whether that's friends, family, foes, or hoes. It really didn't matter. But imagine going into each and every situation authentically being yourself, just being who you are, just trying to navigate through life. Not to say that nobody's perfect, but you always came in intentionally. And imagine being the person that you always needed to everyone else and never no one being that for you. So it gets to a point where you kind of like, what we doing here? And it's like, it's not that the energy can't be reciprocated. It's just that it's been chosen not to be reciprocated. Because in most cases, the loner came in as the energy, the light, the mood, this is that. And it's like most of the connection probably was reaping the benefit of that and not really the benefit of you or even, honoring or valuing you as a person as you were them. So it like gets to a point where you do some reflecting. And when you reflect, you like, damn, I did this alone. I got through this alone. Wasn't nobody here for this for real. And then, okay, well, what am I doing there for everybody? And then as you continue to evolve and really like find yourself, get closer with God, it really be nothing to cut them ties. It really be nothing to just, I'm just choose the long journey until the right people come along journey. Okay? So never prematurely judge a loner for being a loner if you never had took the step to even be alone to begin with, sis. Or bro. Because I promise you, you don't even know the half. Not be easy.
Something that I do very well is hang out by myself. Like, I hang out by myself very well. Like, errands, go out to eat, go grab a drink, go anywhere I want to go. Shopping, movies, anything. Like, I don't need an entourage. I don't need a crowd. I don't need a sidekick. Like, I will happily go by myself and I don't feel no kind of way about it. I don't feel weird about it. I don't feel strange. Like, people be like, oh, you don't feel weird eating by yourself? No. Like, I love myself. Why would I feel weird about eating by myself? But, I mean, of course, like, I do want to have company at times, but, like, just when those days where I just want to get up and I need to run around or whatever, like, I genuinely do not mind going by myself. Like, actually, I love that for me.
The most intuitive people are loners. A lot of the times you'll notice the most intuitive people like to be alone. It's because they are natural bullshit detectors and they don't want to be around anything that tries to basically mess with their intelligence in any way. And it's just more draining when you know what's going on. You can't fake the funk. You can't sit around and pretend like, no, it is what it is. Also, don't let people make you feel any type of way because you don't want to be around every situation. Understand some people will put themselves in situations that they're not even comfortable in just to be there, to be a part of something. And you'll notice a lot of intuitive people, or what people deem to be the popular loners, don't do that. And when I say popular loners, that means that you're very well known. People enjoy your energy. People want to be around you, but you don't want to be around a lot of people. People get offended about that term. I don't know why, because the reality is popular loners, it's not that they think that they're better than anybody. It's literally that they understand energy and they don't want to be around a lot of energies, and they're very intuitive. You're not going to be able to get anything past them. And also, they don't want people just ciphering their energy, because let's be real, sometimes people invite you places to energy dump on you. They'll cipher your energy and then dump their shit energy onto you. Also, ignore my eye. It's having some type of allergic reaction, so it's looking crazy out here. So they're very selective about the places and things they go. So if somebody goes with you and you know that they're like this and they decide to go with you a place, understand that it took a lot for them to go to that place. So they really mess with you. In addition to that, if they do have to go somewhere, because let's be real, sometimes we do have to do things that we don't want to do, they'll be the people that are more reserved in the back, and then people are like, oh, why aren't you chiming in? Why aren't you doing that? It's not that they are shy. It's not that they don't want to talk. It's that they need to have a moment to skim, observe what's going on in the room, and understand who has their best interest, who doesn't have their best interest, and then they'll go and gravitate towards the people that they know that they can mingle with. Some people who know that they don't have good intentions for this person will take it as a personal offense or a jab and be like, that person is acting da-da-da. Well, why do you feel a certain type of way about that person just being to themselves? That they're already telling on themselves. So that's why that person doesn't want to be around you, because they already felt your energy and knew that you were on some BS. And look at you. You're getting offended that they don't even want to be around you, or they don't want to be in your vicinity. Why do you need validation from another person? Why can't you have fun without worrying about why that person over there in the corner is not having fun, in your opinion? Because 9 times out of 10, they're having the time of their life. They just don't need to put it in your face. And if they aren't having the time of life, because 9 times out of 10, the energy levels are very high and it's time to go after a certain period, that's still none of your business. And this is why they're not around. So for the people that resonate with this, don't let anybody make you feel any type of way for not going anywhere or wanting to be around that person who has a mutual friend. You know that mutual friend don't really like you, but they're just trying to tolerate you. Or that toxic family member that every time you go around them, as soon as you leave the room, they talk about you. It is okay to put yourself first and to have boundaries with these type of people and to stay away. If people don't understand you, then they're not meant to be around you. Don't make yourself uncomfortable to make other people comfortable, because they're not going to do that for you.
I feel like a lot of people don't know the difference between being a loner and being lonely. I grew up as a loner. Like, I'm somebody who naturally just prefers to be by myself. I like my own company. I have a very short social battery, you know what I'm saying? So me being by myself makes me the most happy. A lot of my happiness comes from, you know, when I do stuff on my own, like doing makeup, watching TV shows, eating, cooking, like that type of stuff. I find comfort in doing stuff on my own. And so a lot of times people will see a loner and they'll assume just because they're a loner that they're lonely, but that's not the case. Also has to do with being an introvert, like that type of aspect. But a lot of people have to realize some people are loners because they choose to, not because they're lonely. Like, I'm not a lonely person, okay? I can go out, I promise me. I can go out, hang out wherever I want to, do whatever I can do, blah, 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 blah. But I am a loner. Like, I prefer to be alone. But trust me, when I go out and stuff like that, I can definitely go out. But I just prefer the comfort of my own space sometimes. Like, I get social anxiety when I constantly have to go out and do things.
Popular loners, you feel me? Everybody love us, everybody know us, everybody want to be around us, but that don't mean you can be around us, you feel me? We only let people around us who we choose to let around us, you feel me? We can't have everybody around us just trying to suck up our energy, on the real. I want y'all to pay attention to how the tables turn. A lot of people that thought they was the shit back in the day ain't doing nothing now, ain't shit now, you feel me? They did all that running around, proving themselves, looking for acceptance, trying to be validated. We knew we was the validation, you hear me? We don't need no validation. We know we the shit. We know we gonna be the shit, and it's gonna last. They thought they was the shit. Look how long it lasted. Look at what they doing now. Look how the tables turn in life. You feel me? We knew we was the shit. We are the validation. You hear me? On the real.
What's up, chosen ones? This video is why I'm a loner and I choose to stay to myself. The reason why I choose to stay to myself is because I noticed that when you're a chosen one, a lot of people, they just be hating on you. I'm going to just say straight up. They don't know all the shit that you've been through. They just see your confidence. They see your strength. They see that you're a warrior, and they get very jealous and intimidated by it. They don't know what you had to go through. They don't know that you probably grew up in a very narcissistic household, was beat on, was called out your name like if it, like, you know, like it was your first name, you was the B word. They don't know that you didn't have no money, that you was struggling to even find something to eat. Just because you look good on the outside and because you keep yourself up because you a warrior, they have jealousy. If they see you with anything that you had to work your ass off to get because don't nobody give you shit, they still jealous. They could hear that you've been through the worst of the worst, but they don't care because all they looking at is your outside and material shit. That's why I choose to stay to myself, because it's too much jealousy and envy. You know what I'm saying? You tell them your secrets, next thing you know, they running out in the street, they telling all your business. They come up in your house, they stealing shit, material things, your jewelry, money, and they also stealing your peace. They want to try to sleep with the people that they know you in a relationship with, or that you were in a relationship with. Is always some shit and some drama. Mind you, you trying to just do what God called you to do, which is a hard job being chosen. And then you got to deal with backstabbing friends too. I choose to stay to myself because of that. I've been burnt by too many people that I called friends. And how I look at it, shit, my family was the first friends I had, and they showed me that shit. So to be my friend, it would take a lot for me to believe that you was trustworthy. I would have to see how you treat other people and how you treat me. If you talking to people that you know hate me, despise me, you're not my friend. And those are the things that I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? They always have something to say about me, because they see that I stay to myself. I don't gossip. I ain't jealous of nobody. I don't steal from nobody. I ain't never try to sleep with nobody's man. I don't do none of those foul things. And because of that, they think you better. So since you think I'm better, I'ma just stay by myself. So, you know what I'm saying? When people talking about me, they ain't gonna have much to say, because you don't know me. You ain't gonna get to know me, because I already see how people move out here. I've studied a lot about narcissistic abuse. I see that a lot of people out here rather just, you know what I'm saying, hate on people than to actually get to know them, get to understand them, and how they think. They get offended and defensive for everything. I ain't got no time for that. This is part 2 to why I'm a loner and why I choose to stay to myself. And another reason why I like to stay to myself is because I feel like a lot of the times people just have so much like negativity, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not bonding with them over some negative shit, then you can't have a bond with them. Or if you're not like drinking and smoking and doing things that's harmful to yourself, then people think that you better. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to be a better version of yourself, people think that you better. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like a whole lot of like nonsense. And then you got to deal with people that's trying to copy and imitate your style and how you talk and just who you are, and you know, narcissists that just want to literally compete with you and try to take everything from you. So it's like I choose to just stay to myself. And I think it's the same thing with like a relationship. I don't understand why people think when people say I'd rather be single, it's not the same way how people say I'd rather just not have no friends. It's still a relationship. If you've been in bad relationships and you choose to be single, what is the difference then when you have bad friendships and you choose to just not have no friends? They want to say that there's something wrong with you. No, because until I meet the right friends, I'd rather be to myself. I'm not going to just be up on Instagram and be up on these social networks looking like I'm having a good time with these people, but behind the scenes, these people talking shit about me. I don't even like these people, but I don't want to seem like I'm the weird oddball because I don't have no friends. You know what I'm saying? I believe in myself, and I have enough respect for myself to know that if something is not working, it's not making me feel good, then I'm just gonna I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I stay to myself, because it's very hard. I had a lot of people be very hateful towards me when I was being loving to them. I gave them what I had to give. You know what I'm saying? I would give them my last at certain times in my life. And I noticed that they would never do the same for me. I wouldn't tell their business. I noticed that they go and tell my business. I asked them to help me with something, they can't help me, but whenever they need something, I'm always there. I noticed all these things. And so because of that, I decided I'm going to put all that energy that I used to give to friends, you know what I'm saying, and to lovers and whoever, relationships, that I'm not going to do that no more. I'm going to put it into myself, you know what I'm saying, because I never got nothing out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying, instead I got my name slandered and smear campaigns and people talking shit about me. Mind you, I don't talk shit about people. I stay to myself. I don't gossip nothing, but yet everybody always had my name in their mouth, and I'm the worst person. You know what I'm saying? I'm the bad guy. All the time I'm the bad guy. So since I'm the bad guy, then I might as well stay to myself. Like, why am I gonna... I'm not forcing nothing. If it's supposed to be a good relationship or friendship, it will come together naturally. I don't force nothing, and that's why I'm a loner.